I got to share the octagon with Clay Guida. I got to share the octagon with Cub Swanson. Now I'm going to share the octagon with Frankie Edgar. These are things that, as a fighter, you always dream of. You know, you dream of the big fights. You dream of fighting the guys that you saw growing up. Now I'm doing it, you know, and not just on one guy, but three guys in a row that have huge names and done a lot of great things in the sport, especially Frankie as a legend. It doesn't matter the outcome. For me, it's like when you look at boxing, you know what I'm saying? Like Canelo stepped in there with all these guys, you know, like Marquez stepped in there with all these guys. Just for me, this is it. This is the time in my career where I'm the young guy stepping in to face these guys, these legends, and I'm doing all right. I'm finishing these guys, you know, and now I have another legend that I got to get in front of, and I got to keep showing the world what I'm made of, you know. So that pressure is all. I love it, you know.
Ariel Helwani in Las Vegas for UFC 222, standing alongside one of the biggest stars on this card. I mean, look at this guy. Sugar Sean O'Malley, alongside Stefan Struve, alongside Yana Kunitskaya, alongside the UFC Women's Featherweight Champion, the baddest woman on the planet, the one and only Chris Cyborg, alongside Mackenzie Dern, alongside Ashley Yoder, alongside Kat Zingano, alongside Brian Ortega, alongside the Pitbull himself, Andrei Arlovsky.
That Pitbull.
The Pitbull.
That Pitbull.
That Pitbull?
The Pitbull.
The Pitbull.
The Pitbull.
That's what I said.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
A big weekend for you because I understand after the fight you're introducing your new strand of marijuana. Is that correct?
That is the Sugar Show OG.
Wow.
Atrium out in California. They put it together. It's OG 92 and Lemonhead mix. So they're gonna release that at my after party at the Cosmo. So.
And where can people get it?
Right now it's just gonna be at California, but we're gonna. Depending on how well it sells, we'll be able to try to get it out into other dispensaries and other states.
I also understand you're a huge fan of hummus. Is that correct?
I do love hummus.
Hummus is fantastic, right?
I like hummus.
Is there a specific kind that you like? Is the original, or do you like?
Red bell pepper hummus.
I like red bell. Really?
I like all of them. I actually ate it so much, kind of got sick of it for a little bit.
Okay.
Just with anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, hummus is good.
It's good to see you, Andre.
Nice to see you too, Ariel.
I don't know if I believe you.
It's true, but I still pissed off you because I saw some show and I forgot his fucking name. Some guy with a gray hair. He said, "Oh, it's a fucking funny. Arlovsky back to UFC." He's an old guy. Fuck, I'm so pissed at you. And you laughing like.
Which guy?
I don't know. I forgot his name.
Heavyweight?
No, he's a commentator. Not heavy. I saw like you, that guy, and somebody else.
Oh.
And I keep looking. What's his name? I wanna see him and punch him in the face.
Whoa. Like a journalist?
Journalist, yeah.
Okay. They were talking about you?
Yeah, and you laughing too.
No, I didn't laugh.
Yes, you did.
No.
And I was pissed at you too.
Now are you still pissed?
Nah.
Okay.
You're a guy who makes my sign, how it tastes my pee-pee.
We've been through a lot.
Famous, yeah. So,
We've been through a lot, Andre.
yeah. No, don't hug me.
Sorry. By the way, how often do people ask you about your accent and the evolution of your accent? The fans online love talking about this. How often do you get asked about it?
Yeah, it's so flattering, you know.
People really pay attention to how you speak. They put together videos analyzing it.
You know, I haven't seen this video,
Okay.
and I won't watch it, you know, but I've been asked about it. And, you know, I think it's a flattering, you know, that they think about how I'm talking, you know. I think after my UFC fights, they'll pay more attention to my fight, you know. But, you know, they're paying so much attention to this. It's a compliment, you know,
Sure.
that they look at that. But I think it's starting to just people understand like this is me and who I am, and you know I think it'll pass in a while.
By the way, speaking of Stipe, you know, we still think about your win over him, and I'm wondering how much you still think about it. And is it almost like surreal that he's the champion now and looks so unbeatable, yet you have that win? Is that what kind of keeps you going? Because not a lot of people could claim what you did against that man.
You know, we had very different paths, and I knew that when we were going to fight, I believed that he was going to do really, really well as well. You know, I had no idea what he was going to do because at that point, you know, it was my idea to become champion, but my path was completely different. You know, I didn't even 1 year after that, I didn't even know I was going to fight again. You know, I was fighting for my career. I was fighting to. I wasn't even sure I was gonna go into open heart surgery like soon, or like I didn't know what was going on. So I had to reset and really fight my way back to where I wanted to be and just fight again. You know, so it was a long road, and I'm still making my way back up.
First, I have to ask you about the stare down. That was a little intense, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fired up to be here. I'm fired up that, we're going toe to toe and just to even see her for the first time, other than fight posters, it riled me up, and I want to, I don't know, it's cool to imagine. It's cool to imagine getting my hands on her.
And then you brought out a little kid. Is that really your brother?
That's my little brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's amazing. How old is he?
He just turned 13.
Can I meet him?
Yeah.
Can you bring him in? He's right.
Christopher.
Come here, Christopher. So this is your actual little brother.
This is my actual little brother.
Is he good? How are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
What's your name?
Chris.
Your name is Chris.
Yeah.
You were beating up your bro here. Do you guys do that often? Do you spar often?
Yeah.
Wow. What was that like for you to do that up, before the biggest fight of his life?
I was really nervous.
You
Yeah.
didn't seem nervous at all.
Deep down inside, yeah. I was really nervous.
His signature move is the triangle. What's yours?
I probably like the hook kick.
Wow. Well, you look great on your feet.
He's more of a striker.
Okay. Do you want to be a fighter like your brother?
No, I want to
No.
be an actor.
You want to be an actor?
Yeah.
Wow. What kind of actor? Like comedian, action stars, or a certain kind?
Action,
Wow.
action, yeah.
You don't want him to be a fighter?
No.
Why?
This world is tough, man. Especially this business. It's not what people really sum it out to be, as in terms of the thing you got to go through mentally. And so was anything at the top, right? But look at this guy, man. I don't want
What
to
a
see
face.
him get hurt.
Yeah.
I don't want to see this kid get hit any more than I have to see. Yeah, like I finally understand how my parents feel. And like this is my little brother. I can only imagine how my parents feel. But yeah, I wouldn't want him to get hit, man. I want him to go to school, go acting, and do something where he doesn't have to really wear and tear his body down in the future.
It's a good card, right? Do you share my enthusiasm here?
Absolutely. Like you said, there's little nuggets
Right.
everywhere. On every fight, there's at least a little hook that'll get you going. The top may not, the very top fight on the card may not be the best, admittedly, but it's an interesting fight, or it's an interesting night for fight fans to watch.
Great stuff. Thank you very much for the time, Sean. I would venture to guess that if you have ever ordered a UFC pay-per-view over the past 2 decades, you have heard the name Bruce Connell. And the UFC staff is putting on tomorrow night's show for you with very heavy hearts. Bruce Connell is a longtime producer for all the UFC events. He is the UFC producer. If you've enjoyed UFC broadcasts over the last 2 decades, you've enjoyed them because of his work. And unfortunately, yesterday he passed away at the age of 62. So we just wanted to send our condolences to his family. We're certainly thinking of them, and personally I had a chance to work with him on many occasions. He had an infectious spirit and smile and energy to him. One of the first people I ever met at a UFC event. Just an amazingly talented producer and a great guy. And everyone here is just devastated by the news, heartbroken by the news, and we just wanted to wish our very best to his family and tell them that we are thinking of him, and we'll certainly miss him. On a lighter note, could you tell us the background with the nickname? Because you made a point to correct the UFC official yesterday for
Big Swinging Johnson. I don't know. It's before I ever got into fighting or anything. It's just what everyone called me growing up. So
your friends would call you this?
my friends, some people call me. I'm not gonna get into it.
And you feel like they should refer to you as that?
I wrote it down. That was my nickname, fighting, and then I wrote it down my first fight in the UFC, and for some reason they didn't want to use it, and I showed up for this fight, and it was written on all the stuff, and at the weigh-ins, one of the ladies made a point to throw it out there, and so I guess the UFC decided to bring Big Swinging Johnson back.
I really looked at this fight as like an opportunity for me to absolutely break out and be like, oh, this guy's going to be the next champ. And I think that I left a lot of those questions unanswered. I came out and I lost the first round. Clearly, and I had to battle back the rest of the fight. That's always really, really hard in a fight, to go, and lose the first round, and then knowing that you have to win these next 2 rounds or you have to get a finish, that puts a lot of extra pressure on you. So as happy as I am that I came out and got the win, I definitely didn't have the performance that I thought I would.
Hector, how do you feel about that call?
I mean, it was an action, like we are changing. He threw a kick and I'm coming back. So you in the fight. Still, the referee doesn't get in and say, but if you in an action, he throw the kick first and I follow up with, 1-2. You know what I mean? Like, he throw a kick and I follow 1-2. The referee didn't stop picking anything. So, man, I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
When you're in the fight, whether it's the referee stop and say, guys, back to the corner, or if it's like separating like far away, then you can tell like the boss go off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you kind of like, okay. But in the action, I cannot stop. I'm fighting. It's just like seconds. Things happen so quick. You in the fight.
You get kicked below the belt a lot. Why do you think that is?
I have no idea. I'm tiny. I'm close to the ground. My balls are close to the ground. Like, you figure they'd be kicking me in the body or in the head, and they keep on kicking my nuts. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm like so sore. I've been walking around like trying to come do all the media stuff, and I was like, they're like, John, you gotta go pee. It's like, nah, man, they're just sore. I got kicked in the nuts, and then you know what the funny thing is, third round I got upcutted in the nuts, and I was like, you know what? Just fuck it. Just go. Let's just keep on going. Don't even worry about it. No point deduction. I don't care. This fight's almost over. I need my balls. I feel like I need one more child, and I think he's going to stop that right now.
You said that you were doing this for something greater. What do you mean by that?
Every single person who's ever invested in my team, Ohana Academy, all of South Texas, my coaches, everyone who's ever believed in me, everyone who's ever had a dream and has been torn to take that step off the ledge and just fucking go for it. Those people, everyone. I mean, I have so many people who put their hand on my shoulder, and so many people that I plan to carry to the top, and so many people that have believed in me. And so whenever I go in there and fight, it's bigger than me. I'm trying to represent something more, and so that's what I feel like was the beginning of what we culminated tonight.
Do you want that fast track to the top of the division?
No, I don't want the fast track to the top of the division. You know, I want to take time, but I definitely want to fight soon. You know, again, I'm all about fighting. I think the next person I'll fight will give me different challenges. You know, and I think that's what I need to show who I am and the type of fighter I want to become. So I don't think they're gonna put me on a fast track to go to the title, because I think I can help the UFC just as much as they're helping me, you know. So I think for sure they don't want to make a bad matchup, but they want to see a good. I think I showed, you know, I have a lot of heart. I like to fight. I don't mind to stay standing up. I don't mind to go to the ground. So I think that, you know, they'll take the time, you know, but I'm ready to fight. I want to fight again in May, Brazil, you know, I want to fight anywhere. So.
Então, eu quero sim, na minha próxima luta no UFC, tá disputando o cinturão, né? Quero só o tempo de recuperar minha costela. Posso esperar a vencedora entre Raquel Pennington e Amanda.
Yes, I definitely said, and I mean it. I want a title shot. I just would like some time to recuperate and take care of my ribs. But the winner between Raquel Pennington and Amanda Nunes, that's who I want to fight.
And can you tell us, you know, what you thought of his performance?
Yeah, the doctors are going to hit me as soon as they know whether it's broken. They think it's probably just a small fracture. They don't think it's anything really crazy, but you know, they're gonna let me know as soon as they. But yeah, the kid's fun to watch. He's exciting, and people love to watch him. The crowd really likes him. So yeah, I like it.
I've always said it, and maybe the way I fight doesn't really show it. I feel like you really have to be in there with me to feel the way I am, and I said it. Pick your poison. You know, we can bang it out or we can go to the ground. I'm comfortable either way, and I feel like, either no matter what happens in the fight, I'll be all right.
In the finishing shot, I know you hurt him with the elbow, but when you hit him with that uppercut, it's almost like you left your feet to do that. Have you ever, like, you know, sometimes when you hit a really good shot, you can feel it all the way through your body. Did you ever feel like you landed a stronger shot than that particular punch?
No, absolutely. I took my time in trying to finish him. I knew he was rocked. And when I seen that opportunity to throw an uppercut, I mean, I threw it with bad intentions. You know, I don't want to have bad intentions, but when in there, I had bad intentions on when I threw that one, and it landed right on the dot.
Well, Dana was here earlier, and he said you and Amanda Nunes is definitely the fight to make. I know you said you don't like Brazil versus Brazil, but could you do it in Brazil? Would you want to turn around by May, or is that too soon?
You know, she's gonna fight now, defend her title belt in Brazil in May, I think. And then probably gonna fight July. If she win, it'll be the champion. And after she's calling me out, I'm not calling Amanda out. You know, she's calling me out, and I can fight her July.
Dana said he might think about not having her defend her title and make you next to make sure that fight happens. So, could you do Rio, or would that be too soon for you?
I don't know, you know, but for me, I think it's gonna be too soon. No, you know, because I'm going to Brazil, and then I have a lot of things to do. I'm going to I bring my niece with me, leaving, and they're going to be end of the March. And I accepted this fight because it's beginning of the March, and I continue to have my plan. But I don't know, let's see that. I'll be excited.
All right, well, we are out of time. We are done. We appreciate you watching our coverage of UFC 222 all week from Las Vegas. Thank you so much. It was fun, Sean. Yeah. Great job. We'll be back on Monday for the MMA Hour. UFC taking a little break here. Their first off week coming up this week since the first week of January. They went 2 straight months. Thank the heavens. A chance to catch our breath, and we end things on a nice note, I thought, here at UFC 222. Again, thank you so much for watching. For our entire crew, I'm Mario, that's Sean. Good night from Las Vegas.